Hi friends and family members, it's your girl Denise Lane joining you today for the podcast Florida Keys Message to Tourists Not Wanted. We got Louie C here, but real quick, I'm going to give a shout out to FloridaKeysInjury.com, accident lawyers in the Florida Keys. If you're involved in an accident, car, moped, or bicycle, contact those boys at 302 Southern Street or at FloridaKeysInjury.com. We have advanced urgent care offering free COVID-19 testing at the Key West, Marathon, and Key Largo locations. Certain restrictions do apply. And tomorrow we have Dr. Burrows on at 6:45 joining us for the podcast. You don't want to miss that.
Miss Denise, what is going on, baby doll?
How we doing?
Denise Lane, cousin to Lois Lane from Superman. Wonder Woman, the whole 9 yards, man. Let me tell you something. I'm really not a happy camper today. We're going to talk about some things because at this point, a lot of different situations are going to have to change. The majority is not being heard, and this got to come to an end. So, Denise, you feeling okay?
I'm feeling okay. Let me tell you about my experience going to lunch today. I'm not going to name the location. I just want to mention that it is a corporate-owned quick service food chain that I was just at a couple days ago. And I went today. Note on the door saying, "We're sorry, hope to see you soon." And inside was a letter from the electric company shutting off their power. So
yeah. Well, they had a notice. I don't know if their power had been shut off yet, but they had a notice that they had an outstanding balance and the whole doors were padlocked, which was very troubling for a national chain. But we don't want to call no names, so this is the time that we're in right now, and it's all bad news across the board. Please hit notifications buttons here, boom. Also hit the subscribe button here. Boom, on the YouTube, and any questions you want. But we're not going to hold back today. Let me go ahead and take off the hater blockers for this. But like I said, we're not going to hold back at all in any which way, shape, or form on this, because this is about to go down right now. So what happened today, what had happened was that Mayor Heather Carruthers wants to change the liquor laws of the Florida Keys, starting with mini lobster season. So I'm going to give you all the meats and potatoes on what's going on. So for the mini lobster season, the city or county has no jurisdiction or control over the lobster season or the mini lobster season, right? So that's a governor order from the state. So they already said they're not going to have any US 1 block at all for mini season now or no time soon.
That's a national holiday here for us.
Yeah,
right?
it's big. It's it's a lot of people coming in, and with US 1 open, is people going to come in. There's just no way around it. So what had happened was that behind the scenes, Mayor Carruthers wanted to shut down restaurants completely, and she was told this is just not going to fly. So we started off with getting shut down completely. So now, basically where we at is, she wants to shut down the liquor laws at 10 p.m. or 11 o'clock for restaurants. Because as you know, bars and nightclubs are already shut down. So I will shut everybody else down at 10, 11 o'clock. Me personally, I'm not going for that in any which way, shape, form, or fashion at all. I don't want anything shut down other than what's on the books. This is a bad example for tourism in the Keys. So this is my last straw. As you know, Terry Johnson already lost my support. I'm with Mark Rossi 1,000,000%, based on not getting the opinion of the people, and the power goes to the people and the majority of the people. So now we head in the same direction. So this is going to be voted on next Wednesday to move forward with this. I ask y'all that are, people that are against this to basically go full throttle, nonstop, and bombard. I'm talking about ring phones to phones go off the hook. I'm almost tempted to give Mayor Carruthers' cell number on the live right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and hold back because that's not professional. So at this point, just in case. I tried to call Heather today, did not receive a phone. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to say this on the live, and y'all could call her, whoever knows her, and you tell her that Louie C The MaYor, said that I have lost confidence in her as a leader in the county because of this decision. Enough of the dumb stuff. I'm not going for it, so therefore I don't support Mayor Carruthers at all in any which way, shape, form, or fashion as the mayor. I think that we're basically, I'm sorry, throwing temper tantrums because we can't get our way with the governor. The governor has been balanced. Look, he shut down the bars, and I didn't want the bars to get shut down, but I could live with that. So now we're going above and beyond. So to me, like I said before, we live and die off tourism. So we should probably have a sign now, because this is the message that we're sending out, that says when we have the put your mask on all over US 1 and in Key West, we should probably have a sign that says tourists not welcome, because this is the message that we sending. I'm not going for it. I'm not buying in. We told you that these COVID-19 cases are going to be up. They're going to continue to go up. Records are going to continue to be set. In 1918, we had a pandemic for 4 years. Ain't no telling when this pandemic going to be over, but we're going to completely disrupt tourism and collapse the whole city financially. You won't have to be worried about mayor. It ain't going to be no city to be a mayor too, because it's going to be done down here in Key West and the Florida Keys. This is a poor decision. I don't support it at all, and I urge the people to rise up and go against it. What do you think, Denise?
So you had a conversation today with a doctor regarding it, and the facts were pretty interesting. He stated that we have almost 500 cases here in the Keys. And within the next week or two, it's anticipated that, those persons will infect 3 more, tripling it in the next 2 weeks. And his theory is what's the difference between a 9 p.m. closing and 11 p.m. closing?
No question. And listen, I want y'all to come on in on the live. Like I said, hit notifications right here. Bam. Subscribe for those of y'all watching on YouTube over here. Bam. And come in with the questions and concerns, because like I said, I'm not going forward. I'm tired. On top of that, we had Fantasy Fest 2020 canceled completely. That's our biggest revenue for the whole year. And to be honest with you, y'all might find this surprising, but I'm not as bad as with the Fantasy Fest, because this was a tough situation with 70,000 people. We had to do what we had to do. Shout out to Nadine Grossman and Steve Robbins. They did the best they could. I tried to throw a Hail Mary to see if we could wing it at the last second. It didn't happen, but I accept that. I'm not accepting Heather Carruthers trying to change the laws of the land in here for liquor based on a panic. I'm tired of this panicking. I'm tired of people running scared. We have to live with COVID-19. I'm not saying be reckless, but I'm saying we have to find some middle ground. Another commissioner told me today that was a compromise. Well, this ain't no goddamn compromise. The compromise was with the governor shutting bars. We live with that. We ain't living with anything else or whatever. So to me, I'm doing everything I can in my power in the future to oust Mayor Carruthers out of the county. And Terry, as you know, I'm with Mark Rossi. Let me see, we got some people checking in here. Monica Woolbury, what's up, girl?
Love you.
Monica, we got to get going on this thing. Yeah, so we need to get the people going, because it's serious. You want to go ahead and read something there?
All right, we've got Christian Serafimov. We need something. No big group get-togethers to go lobstering. We've got a comment here, dictatorship. And someone else agreeing, saying, I'll second that. Tyler Campbell commenting, more regulation is never a good idea. Big government simply makes things worse. Nikki Rogers checking in. I was just there the past weekend, had a great time at Snipes and at a friend's house swimming in the canal. Kind of like the vibe around town with less people, no problem wearing masks, but by no means encourage closing down more businesses or curfews, especially in the hospitality business. Okay, listen, it's time. I'm not going to miss no words. It's time to vote these people out of office. Okay, so when you have a crisis happen, by the way, we're on Netflix now. We was in a movie, graduated Netflix, episode 2. Today starts episode 3. The foolishness that's going on with these leaders trying to impose their personal beliefs
on the human nature of people. Just because you think one way, and like I said, we still could change this, but it's going to require 3 votes. And I got to tell you right now, we don't have those 3 votes. Bombard phones at the county. Call your county commissioner. Blow up Mayor Heather Carruthers' phone. Make sure you call it and let your opinions be heard. Write emails. Put it on Facebook. If you agree with me, I'm not letting it go. I've stated my position. I'm not running. I'm not scared. I say what I feel and feel what I say. And basically, I can't have a mayor represent me like that because she didn't get her way, and the governor is kind of trying to balance out, and you don't get your way because you want it. First of all, if it's up to Heather and Terry, they'll shut the whole U.S. one down. It would have been shut down. The only thing stopping that is the governor. And thank you, DeSantis. What we got, Ms. Lane?
All right. James JJ Max checking in. We behind you, Louie. Vote or Die 2020. We've got Doris Jones checking in. Love the keys. I'm going to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button and submit any questions you have that we might be able to get answered for you.
We do not have the number right in front of us, James, but there's if you go to the website for the county, there's everybody's number there. You could go ahead and start one by one. Craig Cates is a commissioner in the county. So is Michelle Coldiron and Heather and Sylvia Murphy, I believe. And there's one more, I think David Rice. So we need to go ahead and call these people and let your voices be heard. This is unacceptable. I'm not going for it. I'm not backing it. For those of y'all just tuning in, thank you all so much for coming in live. So just to real quick go over what's happening. Mayor Carruthers in the county wants to change the liquor laws in the Keys. She's starting out with the situation about mini lobster season, shutting down restaurants 10-11. She wanted to shut it down completely. This is going to lead to other stuff, and this is a direct black eye on tourism. Don't stand for it. Let your voices be heard. That's why it's so important to get out there and vote or die, because this is unacceptable. If people that you elect in these positions are not following your wishes, you could vote them out. This is how the United States Constitution is made up. So enough of the foolishness, enough of the corporate stuff. We about it. We got to get these people out of office. So Denise, it's serious out here. Anybody else we got there?
It is. Shout out to Tyler Campbell. I certainly plan to vote for a candidate that will work with our governor. He is a good leader.
Nice.
We have James commenting, how rude. I'm glad you were wealthy and don't need an income. Charles commenting, keep beating the beehive. You run for mayor, Louie, if you could do better.
Okay, so having said that, I'm a mayor in training, right? So now I'm so over the top that unfortunately I can't sign up this go around for the 2020 election. But Carruthers has done something so over the top that I don't know if she's turned out. But if she's not, I'm straight out of Stock Island, like straight out of Compton. I'm straight out of Stock Island. I'm coming for you. Let it be known. Louie C The MaYor said it's my time. I'm in the moment. It's my time. So I'm tired of the dumb stuff or whatever. I'm not buying in the program. I don't believe in this food. I think it's an insult for you guys to say that this is a compromise because we wanted to shut you down completely. No, you're shutting goddamn people's paycheck down. So when you shut the goddamn Keys down, why don't you shut your paychecks down at the same time? Why don't you donate your paycheck that you have in the county and in the city to the people who can't eat a sandwich because we're in the entertainment business, we're in the service industry business or whatever. This is for everybody. This ain't for one segment. Y'all need to stop listening to one side of the issues and listen to everybody and go with the majority and stop running scared, man. Leaders ain't scared. You're supposed to go down with the ship. If the ships sink and you have to drown, so be it. Be a leader. Stop being a clown.
We got Doris Jones checking in. Politicians need to take a pay cut. James commenting, Stock Island is the future.
Nice. Okay, so also I talked to my health lead today, and I talked to a couple of other people, and this is a very interesting question. What the hell is the difference between shutting some down at 11 or at 10 or at 9:45 or at 7:45? Let me ask you this question, because I come from the school of common sense. Not only I come from the school of hard knocks, I come from the school of common sense, right? So at 11, does the COVID-19 cut off at that time? At 11 o'clock, we're going to shut it down. The whole COVID-19 is going to be gone for the city and the county. That makes sense to you?
It doesn't make sense. And I would like to point out that at least 25% of hotel reservations have been canceled in July.
Off the bat.
Just based off the fact that the beaches were closed for the 4th of July weekend, and they continue to drop. And my thought process there is that the hotels bring in the highest generating tax revenue for this island.
Gotcha.
For this island.
Yeah, my sacred grandmother Pamela says, read that straight up, don't sugarcoat it.
Sorry, Aunt Pam. Louie, don't use God's name in vain.
Did I say
Ashamed.
God? Did I say God?
Yes.
Okay, well, I apologize. That's my fault. But let me tell you something. I'm not a happy camper, and I'm just not going to deal with it, Miss Pam. I don't agree with this decision at all. I think that our voices are not being heard, and it's my right to go ahead and sign up for mayor and go ahead and make a difference, because at this point we had enough. I mean, when you have to be on Facebook Live to eat a BLT sandwich, it's a problem for me, and we can't take it anymore. And just because, like I said, the governor didn't agree with everything that you wanted, we have to throw a temper tantrum and basically go this route. You're telling tourists or people not to come down here. How would you like coming down here to the Keys, spending $5,000, and then
correction, family of 4, typically flights, airline, food,
$5,000, $10,000, $50,000, whatever it is, any money, right? Because you earn that money, right? You come down here, and then basically you're treated like you're not wanted. Who's going to want to come down here when things get better? They're going to say, wow, like what a bunch of people in the Keys. What the word's going to get out worldwide is, don't go to Key West. They don't want you there. So what my mama told me is, don't go where you're not wanted. What else we got there?
We have Tyler Campbell commenting, our Constitution in its inception was created to restrict the power of the government and prevent overreach. This must end, and it's vital we return to the Constitution and Declaration of Independence, as they are the most important values in our country, arguably the most important documents that have ever existed. There's some serious comments coming in, and for those of y'all just coming in right now, Mayor Heather Carruthers wants to change liquor laws starting on mini lobster season and completely shut us down, I think, for the future. So what are your thoughts about that? She wants to close the restaurants down. We already closed at bars, and this is a direct result of not agreeing with the governor and trying to basically make it a miserable state for people to come down here. Like I said, you might as well hang signs that said, tourists not welcome in the Florida Keys. This is unacceptable. I'm not going for it, and it's just not right. Furthermore, don't forget, we all the way live, WLW 927, 7 o'clock to 9. Shout out to my man DJ Slice, Philadelphia, DOS, New York City, DJ Jack, Marathon Dolphins. Louis Gonzalez, man, I'm calling on you. I need you to step up to the plate. This ain't right what they doing. So make sure you let it be known. As a commissioner down there, shout out to you. CO Episcopal, prayers up for CO Episcopal. Hasn't been feeling well. God bless. And y'all make sure CO Episcopal gets back to health by prayers. Anybody else out there? We've got Pamela commenting, I'm tired of Key West. That is why I'm leaving, going to my grandbaby's Minnesota. Go ahead and submit those questions that you have. And if you have a second, subscribe. Do us a favor, hit the notification button when you can. Yeah, so it's all love on the podcast. Tomorrow, Dr. Burrows. We're going to have a lot of heated, hot topics. Key West Marathon in Key Largo. And I just been informed, Ms. Lane, that we are open on Saturday in the marathon area now for more testing. Like I told y'all before, and I'm going to look up this date here with Denise Lane. And we was on this 2 months ago. We was ready to test 80,000 people. Now we're pushing the panic button. Now everybody want to come get tested. We was ready for the city and the county to go ahead and start sending people. It's still not mandatory for city employees or county employees to get tested, and we're going to get more cases as long as that road is open. And you know why the road is closed? Because the governor
You know why the road is open? I'm sorry, because the governor does not want it closed. And if it was up to our officials, it would be closed. And I'm in disagreement on that, because you're going to have to live with the COVID-19. It's just a sign of the times. Anybody else?
Lisa Milletti checking in. Mick Reed, wait till the tent city starts after all the evictions start. It's an island based on tourism. These poor people are struggling, and our mayor is more concerned about turning this island into a gated community for her friends.
Vote the mayor out. Matter of fact, I'm not sure exactly where we at on this campaign, but we might not make it to the next campaign. So I think we're gonna have to start campaigning right now. I call for the ouster of Heather Carruthers. Completely be gone. See you later. Goodbye. Hey, the whole 9 yards. It's time for you to go. Your leadership is not reflecting me as a person. This is my personal opinion. And if you with me, we got to vote this lady out. Give me your opinions. If you're just coming in on the live, the issue is, once again, Heather Carruthers is trying to change the liquor laws, starting with mini lobster season, trying to shut down restaurants, already drafting an ordinance with the county at 11 o'clock or 10 p.m. And at first she wanted to shut it down completely. We can't have this, people. This has got to come to an end. Enough of the dumb stuff, enough of the foolishness. We got to rally as the people service industry. We need all y'all. Y'all about 50% of the community. We need y'all to rise up and let your voices be heard.
Christian, so just a heads up, you asked, please tell us, give us more info where you can get tested. That's going to be Advanced Urgent Care. They've got a location in Key Largo, Marathon, and Key West. Dr. Burrows will be here tomorrow at 6:45 joining the podcast. They're offering COVID-19 testing. Certain restrictions do apply, but that's at any of the Advanced Urgent Care locations, Key West, Marathon, and Key Largo.
Outstanding. What else we got here? I see the Perry Hotel. James, can you give me a number of cancellations for Fantasy Fest based on the news today? If you have that, I see he came in on the comment. Ms. Lane.
All right, so we've got James. Stay focused. No matter what, I still have guests to check in at the Perry.
Yeah, keep on coming.
Says, as for the restaurant, they are prepped with mask and happiness. And then we've got Martha commenting, Martha Marshall, what changes to the liquor laws are being proposed?
What is being proposed is Mayor Heather Carruthers wants to shut down restaurants at 11 o'clock, okay? She originally wanted to shut them down completely. Now, back in the day, I'm not going to call a name right now, but we have a fellow commissioner that wanted to change the law from 4 o'clock to 2 o'clock closing. He was the mayor. You don't see him as a mayor no more. So what I'm saying is, Heather, it's time to go. Based on your leadership, I understand that you're doing the best you can, but unfortunately, you're not listening to the majority of the people. I'm not going for it. I'm going on record. Y'all could be mad with me. I'm not scared in any which way, shape, or form. I just had enough. My people can't even have scrambled eggs to eat for breakfast because we're in shambles right now. They said, oh, there's a compromise. A compromise from who? They said, well, they wanted to shut you down completely. I think that's not a compromise. I think that's an insult. I said, the governor shut down bars. I wasn't in favor of that, but I respect the governor's somewhere in the middle. Hey, we can't win them all. We took one for the team. But this is going overboard. Now stop being scared.
So just a comment here from a hotel employee. Guests at the hotel are ready to spend. Let them spend and have a step away from their reality.
No doubt. And like you said, you come out here and spend thousands of dollars, and then you get treated like you don't.
Like Mickey being depressed at Disneyland.
Yeah. Okay. So Disney. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Disney that's a great point. Disney opened it, right? They figured it out. Correct me if I'm wrong. Disney got more people than Key West, right? Is that a true statement?
I would say so.
Okay. So Disney World figured out how to open, right? That's Disney World, right? So they figured how to open and be safe, right? So we're in a 2x3, right, island, and we continue to shut down. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Disney World is open and doing the best they can. Something is not making sense. Now, I think Orlando, maybe the mayor could have shut down also down there. I didn't see him shut down Disney World, so I'll be damned if you're going to shut us down or whatever. We're not going for it. Like I said, please go to the Monroe County website and look up your commissioners. Heather Carruthers and call nonstop every minute of the day and tell them you don't support this. Any other comments, I welcome you to come out here. Thank you for being on the podcast. We're about to go live at 7 o'clock, Wild 92.7. So this is the meats and potatoes of what's going on. I mean, Denise, how do you feel about this? I mean, yourself, because you do a lot of business with hotels.
Right. I live in Stock Island, and I require more research. But it's not looking good. It's really not looking good. But I would like, what happened to the task force efforts that were overlooked? Some leadership does need to take over. There's no leadership right now.
Right. The problem with the leadership is when you're an elected official, you have to talk to all the people. Mm-hmm. So maybe you sit in a room with 9 of your best friends and they want to go one way, but then you go and talk to 97 people and they go a different way.
Right.
So you're supposed to balance that out. So the problem with leadership, in my opinion, is that we're only listening to one segment of the community and not listening to everybody.
Right. We're not getting.
I feel very insulted by saying that this is a compromise. I feel insulted by that. I don't know how you feel, because I know this is what happened. They say, oh no, this is a compromise because we're going to keep you guys open to 10 or 11, but she was going to shut you down, Heather Carruthers, completely. I said, wow.
I mean, I'm just wondering if she could work on a compromise with my landlord, since we're so good with compromising here. But I mean, like I said, I require more research. I'd like to get the information, and that's the trouble that I'm having, is the information is not readily available.
Yep.
Why is that?
Power to the people. Vote or die in 2020. Like I said, on the city side, I went Mark Rossi, and now I'm completely lost faith with Heather Carruthers to the leadership of the county. I was very good with Heather, but I'm trying to work with her, but working with has come to an end now, because basically at this point we're just not having the minority be heard, and I'm just not going to put up with what Denise Lane held up. There it is, absentee. Right there, vote or die in 2020, get it filled out. Supervisor elections, we're going to make it happen. What else we got? Kendra checking in, girl, boy. Since you went to Las Vegas, things got real bad. Shout out to Kendra out there in Las Vegas. Go ahead.
All right, Kendra, we need to open or there won't be any businesses to go to, and the majority of the island will have to move if you aren't retired. We've got Doris Roberts Arnold checking in, watching Fox News show Duval Street as they discuss COVID in Florida.
Maybe they should put the mayor on there, and maybe they should put some business people on there and have a full discussion. So like that, we can tell you how we feel. CNN, feel free. Louie C The MaYor, check in with me, because I ain't going to miss no words. I'm going to let it be known. Even if it's unpopular, I'm going to say how I feel like I say.
All right, we've got Crystal Aragon. Now that Fantasy Fest is canceled, where will the city get that tax revenue from?
I think what's going to happen, all the people that are shutting everything down, they're going to donate checks. You think that's going to have enough to cover it?
I mean, I know that we were already in we had 82
deficit,
in the reserve, 82 days of self-sufficiency for the island and the fiscal budget.
I'm not sure exactly, but it was mentioned the other day, but it was a low number. I think it was lower than that. Yeah.
And we have 16 days left?
I'm not sure where we're at right now. All I know is all bad news. Thank you all for tuning into the podcast. Please hit the notification button right over here on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. And any questions you got before we get out of here, because we got to go on the radio, and we got to keep spirits up high. And this is not to basically go against humankind, because we do have to be kind to people, but voices got to be heard. There's only so much you could do. You don't see us screaming out here and hollering, but this one required for our voices to be raised and people to know what's going on. So if you're coming in here late, Heather Carruthers trying to change the liquor laws to shut us down completely for mini season, because she didn't get away with the governor, and I don't know what she's capable. I think she might do this permanently. So I'm calling for her to be ousted as the mayor of the county, and that's just the way I feel. I'm sorry if some of y'all got offended, but I'm just not letting it go today.
And I'm a resident of Stock Island. I would just like more information, more research, and just a clear picture of what direction this island is moving in.
And that's it. And like I said, power to the people. You tourists, I'm sorry. I welcome you with open arms. I don't know what anybody else is doing. I respect you, and I ask you just to put respect on the city and the county's name by following all guidelines. But we have to learn how to live with the COVID-19. More people are going to get tested. More positive results are going to get tested. We're going to hit more all-time highs. Businesses are going to have to shut down because people tested. This is all coming. Me and Dr. Burrows told you this, and here it is. I'm not surprised at all. Your job is to arrive alive at your house when you finish your workday. We all in it to win it. We're doing the best we can, but this stuff going on the scared side completely and destroying the economy of the Florida Keys and tourism. I just can't buy in. Anything else before we get out of here?
We've got Steve Plum checking in. It's so tough in Key West because nobody can work from home and totally a tourist town. Here in New York, they shut everything down in a hurry, which was scary and tough. Just do the right things. Hand washing, don't touch your face, and keep your distance. Exactly what the doctor said today.
Yep.
He said, at this point, that's what we can do. I have been following these rules here in Rochester, and I've been fine, and so have my friends. Please, everybody, be well in Key West.
Thank you, Steve.
We got Kendra checking back in. Did Terry shut everything down while I was gone, Louie?
Well, while you was gone, what had happened was Batman and Robin, Terry and Heather, basically Heather, for the most part, decided that restaurants will now close at 10 or 11. She wanted to shut them down completely and said that was a compromise for her at 10, 11. So she's basically insulting us. So what we need to do is we really need to have a full-fledged demonstration like we're planning for a week from today, and have everybody come out and let their voices be heard. We need to be on CNN. We need to be on Fox. We need to be on TMZ. We need to be on WPLG Channel 10. We need to be on WSVN 7. We need to be all over. Enough of the dumb stuff.
All right, we got James stating guests at the Perry Hotel extended their stay. They're prepared and aware and would like to see an island who doesn't give up.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'm not giving up. What I'm doing is calling for oust the mayor of the county, get somebody in there that's down the middle, not on the right side, running scared. So is that everybody?
That's everyone.
Thank you all for tuning in to the podcast. We love y'all. Tomorrow, Dr. Burrows and me, we're going to go in it to win it like Lotto. A lot of topics coming up. And we're now in episode 3 of the Netflix series, the Key West, that we're going through in the Florida Keys. Who else we got there? Jack Norris checking in. What did that boy Jack say?
Checking in. The number of serious sick is increasing fast now. Food banks are where? We need mask, wash distance. So many deny. Not wearing the mask got us here. Hang on. Not wearing the mask got us here. Treating more and more. If they cannot pay me, they don't. I am fighting to get tests for the sick. Tests take a week to get results. We can set expectations and must to get our economy back. Please wear a mask.
Okay, so I want to respond to Jack Norris. First of all, thank you for your service to the community. I'm glad you was able to work with Dr. Burrows through his distributor to get you some tests, because we want to help everybody, because we want to test everybody. I already said 2 months ago that we need to test 80,000 people. We waited, and now we're here. And now we can't keep up with the testing, and that's going to happen. What happened in the past is over with. I don't want to talk about the past. I want to talk about what's going on right now. I done told y'all to start the city and county 2.5 months ago to get a COVID-19 task force put together. Let me be clear. This doesn't mean the police side task force COVID-19 or code enforcement side COVID-19 task force. No, a whole group of people that received the proper training, that they eat, sleep, and breathe dealing with COVID-19. What did we do? Zero. So here we are. We told you this, me and Burrows, 2.5 months ago. Nothing was happening. Matter of fact, as all the city employees been tested, Dr. Norris, has all the county employees been tested? Well, why the hell not? We running full throttle, scared on one side. Why we have this tested? If we start somewhere, and this is where it's coming from, the information, then basically I think we should have our own people tested. I don't want to hear that stuff about illegality, because I did some digging into it, and we can't test a mandatory city and county. So I don't want to hear the legal part. This is just foolishness, and it's got to come to an end. As far as people not complying, very simple. Enforce the laws that we have on the books, and very hard to do when you don't have the people trained. You already had 3 code enforcement officers quit because they didn't sign up to be COVID-19 police. So it's impossible. We don't have the manpower to watch every single person in the city or county. Anybody else? Or are they still coming in?
All right, we have Doris Jones, kosher, checking in. West Texas Drive has a cure for the virus.
Who?
Oh wait, West Texas doctor has a cure for the virus. I haven't heard anything about that yet.
Can't confirm that, but I hope that's true. So go ahead, if that's true, I'll be doing flips. If that's true, we'll go ahead and fire everything back up. Mm-hmm. But I haven't heard that, so we definitely can't confirm that. What Doris got?
No,
that was the one with Doris. Okay, thank you all. So I'm gonna get out of here because I got to get on the radio show 92.7. We full throttle right now. So from here, go to Wild 92.7, iHeartRadio worldwide, and we're gonna bring spirits up. It was lovely. And Miss Lane, I need you to go ahead and close with the sponsor.
All right, FloridaKeysInjury.com, accident lawyers in the Keys. If you are involved in an accident, car, bike, or moped, contact those boys at 302 Southern Street or at FloridaKeyInjury.com. And then tomorrow's special guest, Dr. Burrows from Advanced Urgent Care, locations in Key West, Marathon, and Key Largo. They're doing COVID-19 testing now. Certain restrictions do apply. And don't forget, tune in tomorrow, 6:45. Do us a favor, hit the notification button, subscribe. And any questions you want to hit us with, we're happy to find out the information too.
I heard you the first lady of entertainment.
It's true.
First lady of entertainment. One more shout out before we get out of here.
Baby girl Cassidy Polera, showing you my love.
Holla!